and remind you to keep shooting your shot. No one is gonna shoot it for you. Hey y'all, happy 2026. Welcome back to the channel. I am Patrice Camo, a busy working mom of 3 who is very, very passionate about putting herself first and doing things like taking solo trips, solo experiences, and just being intentional about pouring into myself as a very, very busy person. This channel is all about those solo travels, travel tips, inspiration, my story, vlogs of trips that I've been on. I launched this new channel last summer, around, I think it was May-ish, but we are back. It's a new year, and I always have so many ideas. So I'm always posting on my Instagram. That is where you will really get to know me and really find the most recent up-to-date content. But I am, dare I say, challenging myself to show up a bit more here on YouTube, not from a space of stressing myself out, but from a space of I have this content, let me put it out, long form. The only TV I literally watch at this point in my life is YouTube. It's like, make sure you're a part of that. And so I hope that this channel inspires you, busy working mom. I have 3 children myself, ages 18, 8, and 6. I am married. I am a director of a very big nonprofit. I love to work out. I love to travel. I have friends. I have family. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. And I still try to make these moments for myself, because this time where I'm away, obviously I am not with my family right now, but this time that I'm away is what I need to refuel and to recharge so that I can be the best mother, the best employee, the best friend, the best, all the things that other people need me to be. But first I gotta make sure I do it for myself. So I'm in Costa Mesa, California right now, the OC, Orange County. And this is my 2nd time here in the last year. So I did a vlog on my Costa Mesa trip that happened last year. There is the thumbnail. That was my very first time coming to this city, and I fell in love. I came here through a partnership with the Black Travel Alliance. They partnered with the Travel Costa Mesa, this Costa Mesa's travel authority, their destination marketing organization, to bring Black creators to their city to explore it, to eat, to see the sights, to feel it, to do activities. We went whale watching. We did so much on that trip. And so I didn't want to just do another vlog on the city because it already exists. Again, there's a thumbnail and I put the link in the description. I wanted to share a little bit more about how I came here, which it all boils down to shooting your shot. Shoot your shot in 2026, okay? When the new year comes around, obviously that is a time for you to refocus, re-strategize, think about who you want to be, where you want to go, and how you want to live your life. I am here for a 2nd time because I shot my shot. I shot my shot last year. I built relationships, and that is why I'm here right now. So let me give you a little background. The Black Travel Alliance is really big on making sure Black voices are part of the travel community, the travel industry, because we put a lot of money into travel. We had to pitch ourselves to the Black Travel Alliance. We're all members. And they have these things called Creator Weekend. And if you're a part of the organization, you can apply to come out and be a part of the Creator Weekend. I shot my shot. And this was probably in January, maybe February-ish of 2025. I had just become a member of the Black Travel Alliance. I had never done a Creator Weekend before. I had never pitched myself in this way as a travel creator.
You don't know this about me. I owned a content studio for about 7 years, and that was what my content focused on. But after I closed the studio in 2024, I really started to lean into this solo travel for busy working moms as a way to take care of yourself. And that was what I pivoted to in the beginning of 2025.
Me cementing myself. Again, I cemented myself. Nobody told me, I did it myself. Said, well, I see this opportunity. Let me, number one, become a member of the organization, right? Shooting your shot means putting yourself in the room. So I put myself in the room. And then when I saw this opportunity to come to California for this trip, a place I had never been, I'm like, well, let me just see. Shooting my shot, I did the best I could to make sure my application was robust. I made sure that I was very clear on the story that I wanted to tell application committee or the application review committee, and I shot my shot. And I was declined. I was not selected But when I shot my shot, when I decided to apply, I went in there knowing that I don't care if I get a yes, I don't care if I get a no, I don't care if I get a maybe. I'm not connected to the outcome, I'm connected to the process. And that is something really big when you are shooting your shot in 2026. None of us know what the outcome is going to be. Usually we're not the ones making the decision, but we're shooting our shot because why not? In me deciding to apply, deciding to be a part of this organization, deciding to put my name in the hat for this opportunity that I had never been a part of, I had never even heard of, I didn't know the players. All I could do was be proud of myself for doing my part, right? Trusting the process and again, committing to that and not being so hell-bent on what happens. So again, I was not selected. Maybe a week or so later, I got an email asking if I was indeed available. I don't know if somebody decided that they couldn't come or maybe there was another space that opened up. I don't know. I didn't ask those questions. But when I got that email saying, hey, Patrice, we actually have an opening and we would love for you to be a part of the Costa Mesa Creator Weekend, I said, absolutely yes. So the third part of that is once you've shot your shot, you got to be ready for the yes. You got to be ready for the yes. Put ourselves out there. We pitch ourselves. We're all ready and all ready to go from the planning part of it, right? The shooting part of it. But what happens when you get the yes? Are you ready for that? And in this case, being ready for the opportunity meant that I had to, number one, buy my own flight. Because while the city of Costa Mesa and the Black Travel Alliance was covering our hotel stay, our lodging, all of our meals, all of our activities while we were here, one of the responsibilities of the creator was to purchase their flight. So once I said yes, once I told them yes, I had to have my flight purchased by the end of the week. I think this was a Tuesday. My flight needed to be purchased by Friday so I could send it to the planning committee. And I had to be able to do that. I had to have the money to do that. I also had to make sure that my family, i.e. my husband, was aware of what was happening and ready to step in because I was going to be gone during the week when he would have to take kids to school. All of those conversations were happening actually before I got the yes, just so everybody was on the same page. But once they said, actually, Patrice, you have been selected, I was ready to go. Put my best foot forward in that application process when I presented myself. And then I shot my shot. And then once I got the answer that I can't even say the answer I didn't want, but once I got the no, I was able to say, okay, I'm cool. I did my best. But then when I got the yes, I had to be ready to go. I had to be ready to buy that ticket. I had to be ready to activate. Family needed to be ready. I didn't need to take off work because I work remotely, but I just had to be ready to move forward. And so I was. And the trip was stupendous. Like I said, I met so many great people. Really got to discover a place that I had never even heard of. I've heard of Orange County, but I had never heard of Costa Mesa. And I feel like now I say Costa Mesa probably like once a week. I'm always talking about this city. The other part of me shooting my shot and being accepted and being offered the opportunity to come here was making sure that once I did my job, I killed it. This was my very first time pitching myself to the Black Travel Alliance. This was my first time being brought out by a brand to go to another place. Like I've worked with brands from a standpoint of them sending me product. I review it, I post it. But I had never been part of an opportunity where I was asked to go somewhere else, especially out of town, get on a flight, be with my peers in this industry. But I can't even say they were my peers at the time because all the people that I was on this creator trip were well more skilled when it comes to content creation, especially travel. There were just other people on the trip who had already locked into this being their niche and was killing it. So imposter syndrome was real. I think when I had first got here, like our first session, we were all together because every morning we had to do this, we had to do professional development where Rick would teach us the best way to take, to do shots, the best way to edit. He taught us all of that. Mind you, I didn't know how to do any of it. I still don't. But I'm sitting in that class and I'm like, yo, these people are way more talented than me. Kind of asking, how did I get in this room? And that's normal. Sometimes when you shoot your shot, sometimes when you get the opportunity, you are going to be put in a place with people that are better than you, that have been doing this for longer than you, with people that could teach you a lot. You can either go in that situation and look at it as, I don't belong here, why am I here? And then dumb yourself down, minimize yourself. Or you can say, wow, something about me stood out in the same way something about these other people stands out. maybe I'm a little better than I thought I was. And you can ride that train and you can use those opportunities to learn. You can connect with those people, because the truth of the matter is, if you're in the room, you're supposed to be there. So I had to remember that, and I had to absolutely rise to the occasion and say, girl, you got this. But when I tell you, I am still so proud of all the content that I created while I was on that trip. So much so that the representatives from the city of Costa Mesa reached out to me just a couple months ago asking if I could send them the raw files, because they wanted to use that content as part of their application for a big award that they were applying to. Little old P, who has never been on any type of travel brand partnership before, who had just called myself a travel content creator because I had stopped doing one thing and I was pivoting and I was like, this is who I am, created content that was so good that the organization wanted to repurpose it so that they could get an award. Okay? All because I shot my shot and I committed to doing my very best. And I'm so, so proud of myself. So then after that, it was not just me going on the trip, doing my very best, submitting all my content in time, and just making sure that I took this very seriously as a professional opportunity. I had to also keep relationships strong. That was not just with the people that I went on the trip with. Those are 5, 6 people that I absolutely respect and admire in the travel space. And I want to always be connected with them, whether we work together or not. But also, I am still very much so connected with the Black Travel Alliance. I am a member. I will be a member forever. They just had a virtual conference called Wavelength about a week and a half ago. I bought a ticket. I participated. I left comments, and I let the Black Travel Alliance know that I was so thankful for that conference that they held. I am also, and have been since the trip last year, March, very intentional about keeping my relationships with the city of Costa Mesa. I'm following everybody. I'm following the Travel Costa Mesa page. I'm engaging with their content often. And every now and then I would send them emails just checking in. Hey, how are you? Wanting nothing. Wanting absolutely nothing, but just keeping that relationship warm, nurturing it, and letting them know that I am still here. I am still around. And hey, if the opportunity came about, I'd come right on back. And guess what? The opportunity came back around. Round 2 of me shooting my shot, there was a concert in LA, and I knew I wanted to go to that concert. Reached out to the representative at Costa Mesa. Mind you, at this point, we have been talking. I had sent them content for their awards application. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. We had already been working together. And I said, hey, I think I'm going to be back in on the West Coast for MLK weekend. Would love to work with you. Let me know if there are any opportunities. And they responded, absolutely. What's your rate? Here's what we can do. Simple as that. We went through some negotiations and we locked it in. And now I am here on essentially an all expenses paid grand trip, part 2, with the city of Costa Mesa. Gave me this wellness suite that is massive. I'm just in the living room right now, but there's a whole bedroom back there. Okay, also there's a Peloton bike. Yeah. They gave me a gift card that covers all of my food while I'm here. Signed me up for a yoga class, which I went to this morning. It was very hard. Shout out to LXR Yoga. I am going to a ceramics class, a pottery class later on today. That pottery class was supposed to happen the last time I was here last year, but it didn't. So I am so happy I get to do it today. I've never done pottery. I have always wanted to do pottery. Boom. I got to see The Wiz last night. As I was researching this trip, I just so happened to be on their Performing Arts Center's website. I saw that The Wiz was playing. I was Dorothy in The Wiz when I was about 9 years old. And I went to New York in 2024 to see The Wiz on Broadway right before it left. There is the thumbnail of that vlog. If you want more, the link is also in the description. I love The Wiz. So I reached back out to the city and I was like, this play is here. Would love to add it to my itinerary. They bought the ticket. I went to see The Wiz last night. Front and center. Me continuing to shoot my shot, continuing to ask for the things that I want, and being okay with whatever the outcome. But man, when the outcome is what the outcome has been, I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you for giving me the courage to speak up. Thank you for connecting me with great people who want to see me flourish and who believe in what I do. Thank you for me not being afraid to go at things alone and try new things. And even when I feel uncomfortable, keep going. Thank you. And I don't know where I got this from. I know growing up, my mom had me on stage. I danced, I modeled. My parents never made me feel like I couldn't do something. So I do believe it comes from there. That doesn't mean I'm never afraid. That doesn't mean I don't have fear. It just means that I know how to push past those feelings, because feelings are temporary, and I'm more interested in the final results that will help me become a better person. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. I have a long way to go. But when you're put in situations like this, I said that this year I want to do 4 brand trips. I want to do 4 brand trips to other cities, other countries. And to be on my first one, not even 20 days into the new year, all because I shot my shot. I shot my shot last year. I made sure I had all my ducks in a row. I shot my shot. I was okay with the outcome. I wasn't connected to the outcome. I was much more connected to the process. Once I did get the answer that I wanted, I was ready to make a move. I killed it while I was here. I did the very best I could do, and then some. And I kept the relationships so that I could shoot my shot one more time, and maybe again and again and again. So I hope that this video helps you and reminds you to keep shooting your shot. No one is going to shoot it for you. Yes, you will have people that advocate for you. Yes, you will have people that are in your corner. But baby, nobody can tell a story and nobody can sell yourself like you sell yourself. And when you have built those very real and strategic relationships, you can trust that they're also going to speak on your behalf. So when they're doing it and you're doing it and the work speaks for itself, you in there. And even if you don't get that opportunity, that doesn't mean that it's not something else out there for you. So just keep going. I hope this video helps you move forward in 2026. I am so thankful that you are here on this channel. Please share this with someone else. If you haven't had the opportunity to subscribe, I ask that you subscribe. It's free. Press that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Have you ever been to Costa Mesa? When's the last time you was in Cali? Where do I need to go the next time I'm here? But yeah, thank you so much. If you haven't connected with me on Instagram, make sure you also follow me there. I am obviously posting pretty regularly. And I think that's it. I will see you back here at the next video. Shoot your shot. Love you.